Hi there, my crafty friends. It is Ashley Pfeiffer, the maker behind Stamped AF. I look like a hot mess. It is Wednesday, April 24th, and it is 7:31. I'm gonna be like Dina Rico, and instead of stamping lipstick, I'm gonna do lip balm. Super dry. I forgot to bring in my iPad. I don't know that I can see my comments on here. So give me about 2 seconds and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Hi, Angie. It's weird to see morning because it is 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday here. Thank you for sharing. I'm just going to pull this up quickly. My hair is like a mess. So this is the first Wednesday Facebook Live that will be featuring retiring products. So we still have about 6 weeks until the new catalog goes live, but if you missed last night's live, every Tuesday I am going to feature new product. So last night was Follow Your Art, and if you watched last night's video and were wondering where the picture was of the finished card, it's a funny story. Maybe not funny. Anyways, every time I tried cutting out the binder clip and the re-anchor bottle, it moved in the big shot, and I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't have any left, and if you were watching, you know that I was getting a cold, so I called it quits, and I started again this morning. I'm not going to flip this around yet because my desk is a mess. But I started again this morning, and I am so much happier with the way it looks. I know it's backwards for you right now, but I colored some, like one of each of the items, and then I popped them up on dimensionals. I think you can see that. And then look at the blends and like the coloring tools. Don't they look so cute with that little bit of white on there? It looks a little better far away, but I used at least one of everything on the die cuts. I did only do one button. There's a few different buttons in there. These, although I thought they would be sequins, are more like a snap. So I just added a couple of those to add a little bit of metallic on it, and that's it. So I will post the picture of that in the comments for yesterday's video. Thank you, Wendy. Hi, Sandy. And hello, Sandra. Still pulling this up on my iPad. It's only showing last night's live. So every Tuesday I am going to feature new product. So last night was the Follow Your Art suite, and every Wednesday is going to be items that are retiring from the Annual or Occasions catalogs. So tonight I have a fun project for you, and if you've caught my lives before, you know that I often fly by the seat of my pants. Hi, Karen. Thank you for joining, everyone. I usually fly by the seat of my pants, but I am taking a card that I made. This was for the One Stamp at a Time blog hop. I know, backwards. And it's using the layering alphabet dies, which are carrying forward, yay. However, the large letter thinlits are not. Boo. And neither is the birthday cheer stamp set. And unfortunately, this one isn't even available now because it was so popular, it sold out. So, I guess maybe that's not the best idea to use that one. But I will probably be using the large letter framelits for a couple different projects before they retire. Hi, Lisa. Thank you. But you know what? I don't think I'm getting rid of these. Can you tell what we're doing based on the letters that are missing? No? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get rid of those. I didn't get rid of my numbers either, so they're staples. And actually, when the numbers retired, I did sandbox to stamp I almost said Stamped AF, Stampin' Up, that those are staple items. They shouldn't retire. They're also a huge investment. I mean, if you get these at full price, it's $135 plus tax and shipping. I got mine half off for my layering alphabet. Paid full price, and stupid me, I didn't even bundle it. I got the framelets first, and then I got the stamp set. Don't do what I do. Save the 10%. And like I was mentioning last night, if you want to save more than 10% on a bundle, consider joining Stampin' Up, especially under my team if you're in Canada, and you will save 10% on the bundle plus your 20% discount. So you could save up to 30%. And there's never any pressure to sell. You can get it in just for the kit. Anyways, that's enough salesy stuff. This is what I had made the other night, and these are using the new in colors. So there's Rococo Rose. Oh, I need to take my nail polish off. Pretty Peacock, Purple Posy, Terracotta Tile, and Seaside Spray. So those are the new in colors. I also have a little sample that doesn't show them colored. These are just stamped. So those are the new in colors. Hi, Veronica. Hey, Erin. So that is enough yapping. I'm gonna turn this down so we can get our craft on. Let's press finish. Boy, oh boy. It's Wednesday and I feel like it's Thursday already. So yeah. I'm sorry, I adjusted something to do my video the other day and now this is a little bit too far. My apologies. Ugh. Awkward. Erin, are there more markers to buy? Okay, we're just gonna have to deal with this. Ooh, are there markers? Trying to think. There will be for the new in colors. I'm sure there will be. There isn't. All I got, you know what? I'm trying to think about that. I think there are new colors. I don't know what they are and I can't show you the inside of the catalog. But when you're here for Stamp Club on Sunday, you can take a look. Lisa's asking how I colored that. I would love to give you more light, but I think it's going to go all yellow. So with this, I just took, because they were silly and didn't offer the Stampin' Right markers in the Product Purchase Premiere, the PPP, all I did was I squeezed this together and then I used an aqua painter. Now, these new style pads are a little bit harder to squeeze together, so actually a better way is just to dab a block into your ink and then take it right from the block. Because I am finding these ones are harder to squeeze and I don't want it to break. I think, yes, Erin, they should be in the blends, but we'll check that when you're here on Sunday. Let's see if we can do this without it being all yellow. If it doesn't stop being all yellow, I will turn it off, but let's see. I'm just going to cover the camera for a second so it can refocus. Oh, fantastic. Okay, do we want it yellowy or do we want it darker? What's your preference? My internet's finally fast enough that it works and now my lighting is going to act up. Isn't that just the way? Yeah, that's a bit better. Okie dokie. So, let's get to it. So I am using the DSP from the How Sweet It Is bundle, and we're just going to trim this down. I'm going to have it go the full way across instead of matting it. So I will cut this down to 5.5. I totally agree, Lisa. They are not as flexible. Okay, good, Veronica. So I don't know how many of you would know this, but if you're a demonstrator and you're part of the Facebook group, I posted a question the other day about a good electronic die cutter. Sorry for my arm, my big fat arm in the way there. And people were raving about the Gemini Junior. So I went and looked, and I found one on the shopping channel. And the bonus was that I could make payments, which is awesome because, I mean, I could make the money available right now, but I really shouldn't. So it was awesome to think that I could get it for 4 easy payments of whatever the amount was. I emailed them this morning because it has been in picking status since Saturday. And I'm like, come on, this thing is supposed to be here by Friday. Come on. Hey, Kathleen, thank you for joining. And, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Hold that thought for just 2 seconds. Excuse me. So I chatted with them online this morning, and they said, oh, so sorry, your account is just being, basically they look into it to make sure that, to verify the account. And thank you. Hold on 2 seconds. I just need to get a piece of cardstock here. Okay, focus. I feel like Ange right now. Ange McKay, focus. So I get an email this afternoon after a phone call saying that because my credit card is a prepaid credit card, they can't do it. They can't do the easy pay. And I mean, I get it, right? You don't know who anyone is. I could totally rip them off. I could get this $300+ machine and not pay to actually have it. So I get it. It sucks, but I mean, they could have told me that a few days and they could have posted that on their website, blah, blah, blah. They didn't. So I'm just going to line these up so we can cut them all at the same time. If you haven't guessed, we are either using Buddy or B-Day with the hat as the A. So basically what I have to do is I have to use a regular revolving credit card, or I have to pay the whole thing at once. And I'm like, ugh, well, neither one of those are good options. So you know what? Let's just cancel it. Because I had been thinking if I could find a Brother Scan and Cut for maybe $100 more than the Gemini Junior. But again, I would need to do payments and it would have to be through the shopping channel. So I was kind of thinking, maybe I shouldn't get the Junior. I should just save up and get the Scan and Cut because that can do so much more. So I was kind of glad when they said that I could... sorry, just reading the comments. Lisa, I will get back to your question. And Kathleen, what do you mean the only kind of card I try to use now? Let me know and I'll keep gabbing. Where was I? Anyways, I was kind of glad when they said that I could cancel it. Because I thought, okay, well, I'll save up for a Brother Scan and Cut. But now I just don't know. And I'm so disappointed that I'm now not going to have an electronic die cutting machine come Friday. I finished the big project that I needed it for, but I thought, you know, if Stampin' Up! Isn't working with Sizzix anymore and we're not going to have the Big Shot anymore, then this is a really good time to look at getting something else. And I have sandboxed to Stampin' Up! That they offer an electronic or an electric die cutting machine because, I mean, as crafters, I think we all tend to go a little overboard and repetitive stress and such. So I have sandboxed that. Now I just don't know what to do. I don't know if I should save or if I should ask Dave if he can put it on his credit card or what I should do. He's probably going to freak once he finds out how much these machines are. But that's what it is. So yeah, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. So an electric die cutting machine would be much like the Big Shot, except that I wouldn't be cranking it anymore. It would just go in and the machine would do the work. And I've watched a bunch of videos. I'm using the subtle embossing folder because if you're particular like me, I do not like these little indentations and lines that you get from dies. So I like to use the subtle embossing folder to hide that. So this is a 3D embossing folder, so I'm going to take out my thin die adapter and one plate and just use the top one. So someone had said on my post in the demonstrator planning place that, like, go with a Brother Scan and Cut, you will never regret it. And I'm like, I don't have that kind of money sitting around. Like, these things are $400 and up. But I think you could do a whole lot with it. You could cut out stamps that you don't have dies for. You can't do like the stitch dies. So, I mean, I would still have to have a Big Shot. So, I don't know. I'm no further ahead than I was on Saturday before I placed this order. So if anyone has any advice, I would really appreciate it. And that's the end of that story. Okay, I am Lisa. The difference between the Junior and the other one is the Junior is a couple of inches, I think it's just shorter. So you would have like a 6-inch wide plate like you do with the Big Shot. And the other one, I think it's like 9, like you could fit a full sheet of cardstock. It's at least 8.5 by 11. Like, so that's the difference other than the price, from what I understand. Okie dokie. Embossing buddy. I'm going to put it all over because right now I don't know exactly where I am putting this. I want a little bit of all the colors, but I don't want it to be like stripe like that. So let's turn it around. No, Kathleen, you definitely can't go without the stitch dies. My faves. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do 2 of them and then I can decide where I want to put it. There should be enough room, but let's turn this one over. Tammy, I do that so often. Die cut something, and if you don't like those lines, then just emboss over it. I'll show you a card sample once I find it that I did that on, and it did make a huge difference. So the cold that was coming on last night was kind of crappy throughout the night, and I woke up and felt all runny and congested, and then, I mean, 5 minutes after I got to work, I was fine. Now I'm getting a little runny again. I think it's like a nightly thing. I'm gonna turn on my emboss or my heat tool, so I'll just shut up for a minute while this warms up. I always emboss from the back so that it doesn't blow my powder right off. There's one. I am starting to learn that it makes more sense for me to do 2 things at one time, because it never fails. I do one thing and then I go to move on to the next step and I mess it up. And then I have to pull everything back out, because if you know me at all, you know that I clean up as I go. So, ooh, Wendy is saying the Scan and Cut will do stitching if you program it to. It has an embossing and drawing function too, but need different blades, pens. Can be time consuming just to do 1 or 2. Huh. Thank you for that, Wendy. Okay. This is probably a little difficult to see, but this was a card we did. I did the first one. It was for a global design project where you had to use these 3 colors. But we did this at a Stamp-A-Stack earlier this month, and if you can see, I used the subtle because again, and it's the same set, there were just so many lines from the die cuts. Sorry about this light providing all that glare. But that subtle embossing folder is great for hiding little imperfections. Hi, Chrissy. Thank you everyone for joining. Okay, which hat? You know what? You take that back. I'm using this one. So another little story. Not FedEx. UPS was supposed to deliver my Stamp Club order yesterday, and my Product Purchase Premiere Part 2 today, or vice versa. I can't remember which was which. I think the PPP was supposed to be here yesterday. So they both ended up arriving today, so it was Happy Mail times 2. So for those of you in my Stamp Club, the orders are here. I haven't fully designed everything we're doing on Sunday, but that is not new. Anyways, so they both came today, and it's really too bad because I used the Follow Your Art bundle on Facebook Live last night, and I think I managed to do okay, but I just want to show you some of the things that came. They're very cute. The button embossing folder. I was not sold on this until I saw a few different samples. It is adorable. So very cute. It is the new style embossing folder. It is not Sizzix. It feels different. It folds kind of differently. So there's that. And then the little embellishment kit is just so stinking cute. The box itself is fantastic. There's 2 different colors of twine. And then all these little felt embellishments. They're all the same on all of these sheets, just different colors. And then there's little paper clips and charms that say made with love. They're so cute. And this box is, I mean, the texture of it, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's so nice. And then the DSP, I've already cut it. I don't know why we're so yellow all of a sudden again. I'm going to cover this. Look at that. What a difference. So I already cut it up. I do this as soon as I get DSP. Otherwise, I don't use it. Once it's cut, it's so much easier to use. Look at these little glue guns. Adorbs. So that one just has a little pattern on the back. This one, cute. Sorry, changing that again. I don't know why it's so yellow. Next time I will lock the color before I flip it over. I think this one might be my favorite. This one has the markers and the blends. Cute. So far, I love the A side on all of them. The B side, not so much, until we get to this one. I think I prefer the B side. And then this is the last one. So, super cute. Now, if you follow Kylie Bertucci and her Love It, Chop It, that is why I cut it. I know that once I chop it, I'm going to use it. But Sarah Berry, who is in the UK, is creating printable covers so that everything... Oh, see you, Kathleen. Everything will fit. It's the wood mount stamp cases are a little bit wider than this. Actually, it's basically like this. These are the half ones, but if you imagine that, that's one case. So she is making printables so that you can have your DSP in these little things, and you can see on the spine what it is, and all your little scraps will be in one place. So I was going to do that for what I already had, and I thought I'm going to wait till the new catalog launches because I don't want to have to go and create all those things. And Sarah has only done up to Occasions, I think, right now. Okay, so all we have to do is glue these down. I'm not gonna pop them up on dimensionals because it's gonna take a while. I was hoping that there was a little hyphen in the set, but I didn't see anything that was quite the right size. When I am trying to line something up like this, I take my, this is the Misty Creative Corners. I like to line it up. My daughter's yelling at someone right now, probably her puppy. So after I am done my live, I have to do a Paper Pumpkin blog hop project. I've got my card done, but not the project. And I have to take the pictures and blog about it and schedule it for tomorrow morning. Because I had a moment of panic this morning. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't do the rest. So that's a little more panicked than I usually like to work. I mean, I work well under pressure, but this is cutting it a little too close. I think my B is a little too high up. That's okay. My Y might be a little too far over. Now, if you're not filming this, it would be a lot easier because you can pick it up and you can have your head like right over it, but I don't want to have my head popping in and out of there. I am trying to think with the well said, the stamp, we do have a happy in here somewhere, right? So we could do happy there, but you know what? I'm kind of thinking instead of the stamp, we will do the dies. So here comes some... Kylie, Wendy, that's what I thought. I think that Sarah is doing them for Kylie's Love It, Chop It. Okay, we're going to use that one, and I will use some pineapple punch. Just a little scrap. It's hiding on me. Actually, maybe we'll do two and we'll layer them a little bit because this is too thin to put on dimensionals. Sorry, I'm not moving the big shot back in this time. Just as a shameless plug, the Stamping Society is using the Tea Together bundle stamp set for our April tutorial. And my projects are all finished ahead of time for a change, and you are not going to want to miss this. So our team members, there is at least one. Okay, love you too. Bye. There is one demonstrator in each of the markets, and if you, I don't know how they're all working it, but my team members get it for free. I think some are doing first level. Anyways, there's that. You can purchase the tutorial outright for $9.25 Canadian, or you can get it free with a qualifying order, which in Canada is $35 before shipping and taxes, and not in conjunction with other promotions. So if it's a BOGO, sorry, you're already getting an amazing deal, so I can only do so much. But I'm telling you right now, from the samples that I've already seen, it is going to be a keeper. And it's not too late to get the April tutorial, which is the Amazing Life bundle. And this was my project in the tutorial. It fits two Little Debbie's cakes, which it's not closing right now, but seriously, when the cakes are in there, it is so stinking cute. I can't even tell you. And then if you go to my blog, this was the card that I made for the teaser, so they match. So it's not too late for that. You still have a few. All the information is on my blog. Okay, so let's just put a little bit of glue on this. So sad news, these aren't retiring. We're just so happens that we needed the happy. So this part is not retiring. But what is retiring now that the relationship with Sizzix is no more is the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. So they are such an amazing deal that I would highly recommend getting them, because if you have ever seen those sheets at Michael's, they're 6x6 and you probably get like half of what you do from Stampin' Up. And they are a full 12x6 with Stampin' Up, and probably about the same price if memory serves. So make sure to stock up on those before they are gone. There's just a little bit of glue that seeped out here. Okay, so a little bit more glue to mount this on the card. I don't know how the weather is where you are, but today is like the first real day that it's been nice out. So in the morning in Manitoba, quite often I will have the heat on and my seat warmer, and then the end of the day it's air conditioning. Not quite today, I mean it's still only spring, but no jacket. So it felt so weird. Went grocery shopping and no jacket, no sweater. There was a post on Facebook that said, Mother Nature, you can't have every season in 1 week. And it was like, hold my beer. And that is Manitoba for you. Perhaps most of Canada, but definitely Manitoba. If you can have heat and air conditioning on in the same day, there's a good sign you're in Manitoba. Okay, I think we're gonna call that. One more thing. We're gonna use shimmer paint because I use this. I want to say it, but I don't. If you've watched the Franks, the Red Hot, I put that bleep on everything. Oops. So, I want to say it, but I won't. I'll censor myself. But I really do put this stuff on everything. If you look at my card from last night, that was the final touch. I don't know if you can see it. Little bits here and there. And then I added a bit of my glaze pen on a couple little spots. Oh, there you can see some shimmer. So I put that stuff on everything. That is it. I'm out of breath. Huh. Oh my goodness, it snowed here today, Sandra says. Where is here, Sandra? And thank you, Karen. It's not quite this one. Someone had asked how I line up my letters for this card, and I will do a video, especially now that these are carrying forward. I will do a video on how I use those dies. But this is a much simpler one, and it just uses the large letter framelits, and then you've still got the hat as the A. Oh, you did say that. I'm sorry to hear that you had snow there today. That sucks. We don't have any snow. So, yeah. Okay, that is all, my friends. I hope you will join me each Tuesday and Wednesday until June. Tuesdays will have new product, and Wednesdays will have retiring favorites. So I thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I hope you have a great rest of the night. We'll see you soon, my crafty friends. Bye.